for Duax, 5 to shoot. He gives it up. Muniz has to pull, and Muniz missed it. There's a kick, and a look for Karasinski, who splashes it through. And it's back. Ends the lead. Eagles now just 3 for 7 from the line. Goes down to Lux. Well defended. He's able to get it to Karasinski for 2.
Than UCF, and now it's Stetson, where he took the Hatters to their first ever NCAA tournament last year. 2 great coaches on the sidelines tonight, both dealing with years that they are not accustomed to having. These are winners, guys who have a lot more wins than losses on the resume over the course of their lifetimes.
Nice.
6-6 at Monroe, North Carolina knocks it down. 2 for 2. It's 27-21 Bellarmine, 5:11 to go in the first.
And here's the Hatters with the token 2-2-1. Full court press just to slow the team down. Sometimes the team will just give you a turnover. You don't have to really force the issue. The Knights took care of the basketball.
Here's Desmond McKinney. Karasinski working on Wood. Karasinski, little hook shot. It lands in. He got a favorable. And there's an interception for Whitaker. Karasinski counted in a foul. He gets them both.
And that's a good-looking stroke.
Love to see a kid have his best game on his senior night. And for Blaise Senya, he hopes it'll help lock down a win. Bellarmine needs another 3. It's Karasinski. He got it!
From Nussbaum. Nice decision by Blanton in the high post, recognizing they're helping up, able to dump down to Nussbaum.
Nussbaum getting a lot more time here. Didn't play in the first meeting. Transfer from VMI in his first basket. Karasinski, one-on-one. Got by Nussbaum and puts it in.
A lot of contact. That's the issue, Luke, if you're going to double.
College of Charleston transfer Mayar Wall. Played for a guy that's quickly making a name for himself in this town in Pat Kelsey last year.
No doubt.
Karasinski bangs to the paint and scores.
70, they typically win. If they stay under 70, they typically lose.
Trying to do the math here in my head. I know they're on pace for less than 70 right now.
Yep. 9-2 when they go over 70, 3-13 if they stay under 70. So,
and Bellarmine recently has struggled defending, but doing it well so far. Ooh, nearly a travel, but finding Karasinski inside was
that wheel through 3 or 4 possessions here.
Karasinski, rocker step, into position, leaning in, and it rolls in. It stops a 17-0 Bellarmine run. Karasinski popped and nails a 3. Bellarmine right. Haney curling over to the corner. No. Haney has not been able to find his stroke. 1 for 6 from 3.
Had a couple good looks, too, just unable to knock him down.
Karasinski posting. Advantage on Thomas. Bulldogging inside and scores.
Wasn't Austin Peay the Governor's best brand of basketball that they put forward the first 20 minutes, but the second half they came out and played much harder. They've had some good looks, haven't made everyone, but they're offensively, defensively, the intensity has definitely picked up.
No doubt. Smith around the Karasinski screen. Shake and bake on Emmanuel. Leaves it off for Karasinski, who lays it home. 4-3. He's got 5 in a row.
Yeah, he's been their best player in the second half.
You know all the fans, by the way. He's still asking for it. I don't think you can hear it, but we can. Karasinski leans in, scores again on Emmanuel.
So just very balanced league this year.
You look at Lipscomb, and they seem to be the favorite. They're tied with North Al at the top right now. Bellarmine breaks the pressure. and they have the highest net rating at 89. They just seem to have all the pieces this year, much better defensively. And some outstanding scores. Karasinski got it.
Good pass by Hacker.
They've got 11 tonight, but dug too big of a hole, down 31 at halftime and 22 now. Quick bounce into Smith.
Somebody's open.
Bellarmine's really struggling with this press. A prayer to Doyle in stride. Ends up with Karasinski.
Their job of taking care of it.
Yeah, first turnover in a little over 4 minutes with that charge. Karasinski leans in and got it off the window.
Slippage. Now you just got to battle back. You got to compete, get great shots, have your offense help your defense, get to the foul line, get open threes.
Watkins finds Karasinski, rising for three, hitting from three. And another technical foul, and Scott
Anticipating that rebound. That's just a strong move.
Guy that we're really starting to see his effectiveness on the glass. Was a little quiet early on. He has made a big impact of late. Karasinski, though, answers with the
Quick into a quick ball screen and into that pin down. Probably go right back to Doyle.
Karasinski fakes the hand, tries the three, got it to go. Kick, Johnson, extra. Something's got to go up here. Finally, it's tossed and off the mark. Johnson gets to it, underneath for the flush by Karasinski.
Disciple, a Denny Crum disciple. He's been in Louisville for decades and is synonymous with basketball culture there. Obviously a tougher past 2 seasons, but he's done great things at Bellarmine in his tenure.
Dolphins trap coming off the screen, nearly forced the turnover, but Bellarmine holds on to it. Karasinski weaving his way to the basket. He gets it off the glass.
They made the first 2 buckets for Payne, ones he had to work for. That they can't allow.
8 straight now for the home team. Other end, the Knights. On the far side, Doyle drives, gets cut off, throws it out, top of the key, 3 ball. This one's knocked down. Bell, Munson, stops, spins, pass deflected and stolen. Defensive adjustments by Coach Davenport. He's been doing this for 20 years, 3 ball. Watching the Dolphins try to sort through it in this game, and boy, they've gone in and out of it mid-possession, have really mixed it up. Doyle is having a strong first half, goes left side. Karasinski got loose of Wakaji, attacks the basket and finishes.
Miles, what a pass to find Josh Harris between 2.
UNF is making it a point to be aggressive in the paint, and they've done an excellent job of that. 6-0 run to start. Who would have thunk it?
Usually it's threes. Karasinski will knock one in through a quarter of this game so far. And pokes it away from Oliver. Hacker, he'll have a 2-on-1. Goes to Karasinski, lays it in.
Initially, you still got some time on the shot clock.
Thought maybe a kick ball or something as it rolled over to Karasinski. He gets it back from Gooden, and there's another 2. Dimitri Moss is back in. Miles, the quick catch and shoot.
Excellent defense. Great closeout by Billy.
Karasinski, how he even found a way to...
It's always interesting.
Karasinski against Liam Murphy, goes in strong off the glass, and he's got himself 2.
Foul trouble, but you have 2, and Josiah Miles also has 2.
As Davenport was stating his case on one of the fouls that he thought in the paint. Karasinski, and
it's difficult if you're an opposing team because you really can't key in on any one person.
Billy Smith against Harris, finds his open teammate, and it's Karasinski. Cameron Oriole driving against Smith. A little erratic, but Miles ends up with it.
That play was won by Gooden. Great job putting a body on a body and not allowing Harris to get that offensive board.
There's that good ball movement by the Knights. Karasinski, and one for the big man. Connection. The Ospreys have had open men for a lot of times tonight.
When you're known for shooting threes and then you start the game with this level of physical play and the block, it just really confuses guys, and then you get lanes like that. You don't know what you're trying to defend, what you're giving up, and all the while Ospreys are just dime dropping.
Smith. Karasinski, the spin move.
Been stellar throughout this season in regards to that.
But 2 shots in the ball. Karasinski makes them both. Spin move and one. And a huge miles left open for the exclamation dunk.
There's a lot of great three-point shooters for UNF, but it doesn't require 3 guys to defend them. Forgot about Jasai, easy dunk for 2.
Hacker. Smith goes no look. And guess who? That'll give
in, filling in for Grant Asman, who's a little under the weather. And with his sickness, not able to dress and play today. And so the tip is up and controlled by Bellarmine. And we are underway. ASUN basketball from the Music City. As they work it around the outside against this man-to-man. Now they'll feed it down low. And they go immediately to Jack.
But got to speak with, or got to listen in to Coach Davenport at that last time out. And kind of asked his guys why we aren't trusting each other. Said there are guys open and you're just not passing it to them. We got to do a better job about trusting your team.
It was deflected. I thought it was going to be a pure over and back, but it was deflected back by Bellarmine. There's a long 3, won't go. The long tip out is going to go to Bellarmine. Here they are, 3-on-3. They'll kick it out. Now they'll get it over on the corner, thinking about a 3, but then they go inside with it. Nice play. Anytime you can put it in. 17 points and 17 points and 16 rebounds against this Bellarmine team as Lipscomb misses on the long shot when they played up in Louisville. And Boylan got off his feet. And J.O. for a long 3. This one off the side of the mark, off the side of the rim. No good as he missed the mark on that one. And here comes Bellarmine. And they've just really work the ball around so well and creates problems for Lipscomb when they do that and then break toward the bucket. They get it down low again.
Well, and you have to spend so much energy on the defensive end, too. That's the other thing you don't think about, but they make you work because of the way their offense is run.
And there's going to be a foul and another chance for a 3. But they can do. Lipscomb trying to steal the ball, and Charlie Williams gets it out, and then Joe Anderson has it knocked away, and Bellarmine gets it right back.
And it's good defense by Lipscomb, but then also good job, heads-up play by Bellarmine to get it right back.
Nice play inside. They go.
These teams can fill it up. Austin Peay shoots the 3 so well in this building, and Bellarmine shoots it well about every night. Brookshire with a couple of 3s tonight for the point man. Seeing Daniel Luce out there on the court. He's been battling injuries much of the season. Banged
inside and come back out, and instead Thomas was ready to go full speed towards the basket, and Brookshire just throws it away.
Again, the constant half-court ball movement by the Knights. Trying to get the step baseline. Oh, tough shot.
This guy can shoot the ball. He's talented. And, boy, he has had a great start here in this season. When he is on the floor, he is a force to be reckoned with.
Really taking over the point guard duties. His big game was 28 against West Georgia in this building. Got a good game going tonight. He's got 9 already and a couple of 3s. Tyler Doyle will bounce it into Karasinski. Trying to get through, a step through. Beautiful move on a
hit them at home this time, then a trip to Bellarmine. I mean, there's a lot of things that Austin Peay might be able to swing here late to try to jump from where they're currently at 9 to be in that 4 spot or 5 spot, or at least try to get a chance to host late. I mean, it's still, like you said, this is only halfway at this point.
They'll show a zone look coming out of that timeout to mix things up. Karasinski's got it going.
Playing now the big man starting to feel it. He's in double figures here, 11 points, 5 rebounds for the big man.
Now their half-court set, constant movement. You don't see a lot of dribbling out of the Knights. They like to pass it until the shot clock gets late, and they try to take you down into the paint. Karasinski, he returns the favor. Nice finish.
Back for Wood.
That's an opportunity where your offense has to help your defense. You're not getting back, and it gives up an open 3 in transition.
He's a big man, but nearly 100 attempts from three-point land this year for Jordan Wood, the senior, transfer from Tulane. Here's the Hatters, their lead back at 7-5.
Offensive rebounds and in transition. Great chances to get offensive rebounds.
Crowded shot by Ellison, ends up off the left side of the rim. Karasinski, an open tray.
Again, snake move where you just kind of stop and put the player on your back.
16 points a game, not for nothing. Karasinski, bump inside.
Now from 11 to 7, look, just keep doing your actions. Again, not letting him use the ball screen.
Hard screen from Karasinski. He set himself up, and the Knights have got it down to 5.
In there, but just faces in the wrong place on that situation.
For an update on Hacker, by the way, was helped to his feet. Jeff Lightsey Jr., what do you got?
Yeah, guys, so Landon did what looked like a concussion test over here on the sideline, but everything seemed to check out, and the docs say he's good to return if the team needs him.
So back on the bench for now, but eligible to come back in. Thank you, Jeff. Knights, meanwhile, in one of their better sequences of the game, and Karasinski finds the ball.
Just right now, it's 7 in the second half alone. This is just tremendous ball pressure.
Karasinski open. He's got it.
That's where they were really effective in the first half with those pick and pops. It's a good look still for Thompson.
Whitaker tries to drive. He left it on the deck. Regathers and finds Karasinski underneath.
That would be Rick Pitino.
He's having a nice year.
Not too shabby. There's that split action off the post, and Karasinski is probably going to get a dribble handoff with somebody. Nice job getting him in the back screen, isolated on Phillips.
Karasinski hangs up to put it in.
Great action, comes up to you.
16 points for him, eclipsing what he did on Thursday. Time running out for Bellarmine. Karasinski open for 3, and he hits it. Bellarmine's got to...
Getting that first ASUN win, and to do that, you got to start to claw back in this thing midway through the first.
And as good as Florida Gulf Coast has been, in the career kind of these teams matchups, Bellarmine's won 5 out of the last 6. 5 out of 6 games. So they've had a lot of success against Florida Gulf Coast, and look to kind of lean on some of those past performances here now.
Karasinski, that was much needed.
50% plus free throw shooter, just a scorer of the basketball.
Barno can't answer. Long rebound to Whitaker.
Bellarmine has to get stops. And Florida Gulf Coast is scoring at will. If you want to make a comeback, it starts on the defensive end.
Found a seam. Scoop shot goes.
Just some of that. Is that kind of, mess with your practice and your rhythm offensively?
Meanwhile, Florida Gulf Coast, Dalian Johnson healthy and rolling into this one with 4 straight wins. Johnson leading the way, and Karasinski trying.
Half. He's the best player. He's the best shooter. Him and Billy, but he's just got to get more attempts up.
Got a 3, got a stop. Down 13, just over 3 to go in the half. Here comes Karasinski. He shook him, found space, and scored.
Nice find right there. Turner Buttrey, feet set, hands ready to shoot out of that corner.
83rd career 3 for the former Kentucky Mr. Basketball and Bowling Green Purple. Smith Wall tracks. This is Karasinski to answer and make it a point shooters, foul shooters. Kimball, one of the best. He leads the ASUN, and we jinxed him as Martinoff, the big 7-footer wearing 22 in white, comes in for Eastern Kentucky. Gooden back in the Bellarmine lineup. Bellarmine down by 3. First time we see the North Dakota State transfer, Desmond McKinney. This is Doyle, McKinney. Miami transfer, William & Mary transfer. Karasinski got around Martinoff. Blanton helps Rake. Karasinski throws one in desperation. Alley-oops it low to Myrick. Finds Blanton out the Maillard wall. No, good extra share. Don't get rewarded. EKU shooting poorly from 3. They're 3 of 12. Bellarmine is 5 of 7. Late in the first half, Bellarmine down 2. Driving Karasinski, spin to tie it. And we're tied at 31. And the Colonels will play 4 on 5. Kimball doesn't mind. He'll say, I've done that before. He misses at the rim. And now we'll play 5 on 4 the other way. Here's Landon Hacker. Played at 2 different high schools in high school. McKinney cuts. Got it into the corner. Karasinski for the lead. Gene at Austin P.
Turner Buttrey does a good job of finding space to spot up, and then Tay Blanton a nice job finding him on that kick out.
Flip it up to Gooden, who has 4 assists but 4 turnovers. Will this be his 5th assist? Yes.
Yeah, they've done a good job on him.
He's only taken 4 shots. His lowest shot total, 6 against Eastern Illinois and 8 against Troy. He had 27 attempts against Austin Peay in the overtime loss to equal the most by any player in the A-Sun this year. Tied at 48. Here's A.J. Lux. Karasinski. Martinoff on him. Karasinski spins him and beats him easily. Karasinski.
Yeah, it's tough because, like you said, he's one of the couple Bellarmine guys that you can see that you would not be surprised if he scored 30 in this game. And I think, Coach Acuff and Lipscomb's, was well aware of that and, probably a little surprised that he's out tonight.
So it's a very different looking starting 5 for Bellarmine tonight. Landon Hacker in, and so is Grant Whitaker. Kenyon Gooden also joining Karasinski and Hove, 2 regular starters for the Knights. Billy Smith coming off the bench, expected to be a little bit limited, banged up as well. Karasinski got the roll, and Bellarmine's obviously disappointed to not have Ben Johnson tonight, but throwing some youngsters out there, and we'll try to make it work.
Yeah, it's next man up. The good thing in basketball, you don't get just 5 scholarships, you get 12. So one person out shouldn't say you can't win for any means, and Bellarmine would never play like that.
Jack Karasinski.
So, can you score more threes? Can you get 3 points off? For Bellarmine, too, limit the unforced turnovers. Be sharp with your cuts. Do not allow any opportunity for Lipscomb to get easy baskets. For Lipscomb, just stay disciplined. You're one of the best defensive teams, if not the best, the number 1 ranked statistically team in the A-Sun. Just stay disciplined. Bellarmine's going to try to wear you down with passes. Just do what you do best. Stay disciplined, rebound, and go. And lastly, you got to make Bellarmine defend from inside out. Bellarmine doesn't have 6'10", 6'11" guys like you do, so you need to make sure that you
ball, and we're tied at 10.
Pretty high-paced game for typically we say Lipscomb and Bellarmine play pretty solid. But we're getting up and down so far. It's exciting.
Karasinski. Oh, goodness.
Oscar Berry can really light it up, but he struggled this year. That ball squibbles away, and leaking out ahead is Karasinski.
He's identifying shooters. You have a miss by Karasinski. It's not enough to get back. You have to get set, and there's an open 3.
Running the point, McKinney, and now it's a nominal point for Bellarmine. They'll try to spread it around. Quite a few capable shooters. There's Kurt Hope, who missed all of last year with an injury. The big fella in the middle has the post position, finds Karasinski, who plows through a man and knocks it down.
Does a really good job of sharing the ball, and their offense is predicated on cuts, movements, and screening. And that's what you're seeing. And there's a Iverson cut over the top. Karasinski with a slip. They're kind of like isolating him on the right side.
They like him against Miles. They really like him against Miles. Josiah Miles got Johnson in the air, finds Murphy, who that shot was tipped.
Billy Smith got a hand on that one.
Billy's making some nice impact on the defensive end today for Bellarmine.
Sure is.
Oh, look at that pass. A nice finish by Karasinski. I'm really impressed with just what he likes to do on the post and that block. Missed that one. Hof gets the contested rebound. I guess it contested by himself. And Karasinski finishes that off.
Well,
Jalen Smith has 14 big ones.
Well, you have McKinney go under the ball screen, and you can't go under on Smith. He's just so good. He's able to line up that 3 because McKinney goes under the ball screen.
Just gave him just enough room. Assuming the drive, I'm guessing?
Yeah, well, because he's done so well at scoring off the drive, you go under, but you can.
Now the 12th game of the year for Billy Smith with over 10 points as Moss misses a 3. Hacker the rebound. Gooden dumps it down low. Karasinski. Side. Harris got it to go.
Yeah, you just had Karasinski pinned. It's a great look. Not enough ball pressure on Murphy. It's a clean look inside to the post.
Ben Johnson swings it to the outside. McKinney looks down low to Gooden. Oh, it clears out. Karasinski. Yes, sir.
Which again, and you just see him and just great drive, just couldn't finish it.
Karasinski, nice job going straight up, and he accelerates down the lane with the contact in the bucket.
Yet, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's Bellarmine ball, 2:11 to go. McKinney. Whitaker swings it. Karasinski, who's got 21 tonight. Goes up strong. Even with their offense or their team struggles, the losing streak, they still average 83 points per game, which was 33rd in the country entering tonight.
Well, Coach Driscoll's a great teacher. His whole staff does a really good job. He's a mainstay in the state and very well respected. And you see how his team played tonight. And it was just a matter of time.
He's been in North Florida 16 years. That's a lot of changes there in North Florida, different levels, like what Scott Davenport's seen with Bellarmine.
Got beat by Bellarmine, you know, in the ASUN championship.
You just don't know in this league. And if you can start to get hot, that's what Bellarmine's hoping to do. See how the end of the season plays out. Start of the second half, Bellarmine's first possession. Jack Karasinski briefly exited the first half with injury, but came back after a few minutes. Bellarmine's top scorer. Johnson, 0 points so far tonight. Florida shoot, got it out to Karasinski. Step back, tough three, and it rolls in.
Just draws so much attention, and you know, he usually gets 16, 18, 20 plus multiple times already this year, but he's not forcing it.
Karasinski gliding, got the foul. He's scanning, running, McKinney attacking, no. Karasinski somehow
turned this into a ball game real fast.
As Bellarmine goes for its first ASUN win, 6-0 all-time against Jacksonville. Karasinski right down the...
Satius hit a couple threes the other night, not really his thing. He's only made 5 on the year. It's a very rare offensive rebound for Bellarmine right there. They are 350 fouled.
Didn't get fouled. Good defense from Doyle, and the Knights coming back the other way.
Got to try and create contact there, not avoid the contact.
That's a good call. You could tell Fagbemi kind of avoid went aside from it.
That's a foul there. Sorry, I can't help but do some officiating after all these years.
Karasinski get.
Let's go, McKinney into the game now for the Knights. As well as Kenyon Gooden. Shot clock winding down again. Gooden's trying to create something. McKinney has nowhere. Nice cut. The find to Karasinski through the trees.
On cue. Topping three-point shooting, and there's the lane. North Alabama on fire early on.
The Knights struggling out of the gate. 2 turnovers, 2 missed shots. Karasinski works inside. Tough bucket. He earned that one. Welcome back. Oh, an alley-oop try. Staying with it, it's Jack Karasinski. Ortiz. No way. Oh, it rims in and out. Back inside for more. Jack Karasinski in just the 6th game this season. And he's got a hustle rebound.
Not the shot Tony Pujols wanted right there. A quick shot with a 16-point lead.
Karasinski back in. Works on Fields. Sneaks around. Oh, it rattles home. And
Doyle. Here's Robinson posting up. He's double teamed. Needs help. He finds it. It's Pavorius. QB's shot's no good. And it's tipped out to Bellarmine's Tyler Doyle. Karasinski got it. Bellarmine has come out shooting. Injury, but obviously he's going to try to work through it. Here's Gooden. Down low to Karasinski. Now Johnson has it. Karasinski. He gets cut off by a Tijere and somehow finds a way. And their post player, Kurt Holf. And then it's Trey Robinson, the first player to get into double figures, now has 10 points.
Yeah, the effort from Trey Robinson has been noticeable. Just staying inside, not worried about shooting jumpers. He knows he has a size advantage inside.
Again, Northern Kentucky going with a smaller lineup with L.J. Wells at the 5 spot. Down low, Karasinski lays it up and in. right now. Dealing no good, but tipped in by Robinson. And it's hurting them on that end. Trey Robinson, that's back-to-back possessions with an offensive rebound and a score. Here's Johnson, former Kentucky Mr. Basketball, number 33 for Bellarmine.
And Bellarmine's bench just trying to get the ref to stop it because of his injury. He's taking a shot on the other end.
And he tells the bench closer to that with 15. And this is a guy that we all knew could fill up the basketball, right? 2,000-point scorer in high school. Scoring the ball was never going to be the problem or the issue for Randall Pettis. It was just finding a way to hone that into, a role here for the Norse.
Yeah, and it seems like the more and more he plays, he's really doing that. Sort of getting rid of the silly turnovers so far this year that he had last year, as the Norse completely lose him.
Oh, I think that little from Keena Tijere.
All of a sudden, some elevation from these two teams. Didn't see a dunk in the first half, 2 on back-to-back possessions.
Northern Kentucky with a 4-point lead. Ball going quickly around the perimeter. Now it's Karasinski. Rattles out and back in as he...
4-wide set here. Karasinski lobs to Hof. What's the play? Smith waiting inside. Karasinski lays it home.
Well, he sets a great...
And Smith going hard down the baseline off the spin to Doyle. Karasinski the putback.
Standing around just trying to create off one-on-ones.
Smith trying to do it himself. Another block. This one from Hof. Karasinski way downtown.
Shots.
See if they can start hitting them with this crew on the floor with Gooden, Johnson, Karasinski, Smith, and the freshman Grant Whitaker. Karasinski right back into the game and scoring again.
Yeah, Gooden just kind of, you almost want to be really physical on that box out, kind of just lay it on him, really move him out. If you get called with a foul, you get called with a foul, but just don't let him get good position.
To a certain extent, coaches would rather see an over-aggressive box out, right?
If the fouls are going to be committed, that's going to be the way it's going to be.
Look at that play blown up by the backboard, but Midway keeps corner 3. It's short and a good box out for Hof.
Also, good ball pressure by Smith to take that away and make that an errant pass.
All of the little things Bellarmine seemed locked in on defensively in that first half. Karasinski with 14, make it 13. Johnson with 14 to lead the way for Bellarmine on this end. Passing lane shut off. Karasinski open. He'll take the 2 and the jam.
Now a drive in from Kayat, the Michigan transfer, floats it off target. And a rebound from Kurt Hof and BU.
Not surprising, you see BG with Marcus Johnson playing that point forward. Everything runs through him at the top. Even with his size, he plays close to the basket, but he also plays away.
Bullying to the basket right on.
70% of his shots have all been from the 3.
Bowling Green is a fantastic free throw shooting team as well. Best in the MAC. Branson out. Karasinski hits the triple. Johnson lost it. Karasinski runs the floor and rises.
And Campbell scores that you don't see on the box score. That all started because of Marcus Johnson had to come with the double, ball reversal. Campbell gets an easy layup.
Karasinski wide open. Distance. Rebound falls to Tyler Doyle.
Feels like Bellarmine's looking to push the tempo a little bit here.
Moving a little quicker here coming out of the locker room. Hof wraps it for Karasinski.
Single.
And just muscles to the butt. What was at the time an upstart program, and Findlay Prep became one of the better post-grad teams in the entire country for a little ways. They look all over the place.
Anthony Bennett ended up being the #1 pick in the draft by the Cavs. I don't know if they were happy with it, but he was the #1 player. Big 3 here for Bellarmine.
Karasinski, yes, sir.
Karasinski. Nick Martin scores there for the Thundering Herd. Other starters, Ben Johnson and Kurt Hof. Marshall out to an 8-0 lead here in the game, and the Knights looking for a lay in and get the foul. 11-3, Marshall lead. Knights with the basketball. Got it by Scott Davenport. Got the veteran coach here in this game against the first-year head coach in Corny Jackson. Shot from the outside, and I'll tell you what, this guy and gets it into Obina and Achille-Killen, who drops it in. 13 in the game for Achille-Killen. Marshall working with Kai Spears, Jalen Spear, Wyatt Fricks, Zane Mingo,
Campion, and Jack Milkey. Off glass, no for Stephen Aloni, the sophomore transfer from VMI.
You can see already, just looking at Bellarmine's offense, the cuts are crisp, they're fast. It's going to lead to looks like that.
Second freshman out of Evansville Christian.
Tough shot.
And ends up with McKinney off the miss from Harrison.
Coach Garrard really didn't love that shot. I heard him yell his name when he took it.
Usually not a good thing. Karasinski in the post, coming off 24 on Saturday. Muscling his way past Harrison and found his spot.
That's huge for Bellarmine. He's much 3 on 2.
On the break, stop and pop, floater, no. Tip from Hope, no. Karasinski, yes, and 1.
% of their free throws every year.
Well, Nick, circling back to last game. Marshall had 50 free throws against USI. It has been a problem. Karasinski got it.
And as a color analyst, I need to look at that points of emphasis to be able to pick that up for us and our fans.
That's a good idea. No, it's a difficult call to make and judge. Watkins, driving kick, Karasinski, yes! What a swing.
Within striking distance of Bellarmine.
Campion, no. Rebound, Branson. This thing is getting away quickly.
And Branson just comes out of nowhere. An energetic bunny out there.
6 rebounds now.
What a pass.
Karasinski, the beneficiary. Randall sidestep, off the heel. Johnson the bat right to Doyle.
Couple shots in there for Randall. He wish he had back. He usually makes those.
Karasinski 1-on-1 off the break.
Dallas cleans up his own miss.
Getting the pace of play and speeding up, and Bellarmine's comfortable with that. They have McKinney, they can put pressure on him. Just love to see the ball get the side to side, how Bellarmine just switches sides. It just makes it tough on the defense.
To the flank, Karasinski, another tray, and finishes from the paint's edge.
He's nice. He gets in that paint, and he's comfortable with it.
Augie Kiadalis transferred in from Indiana State. Part of that NIT finalist group last year, led by Josh Schertz and Robbie Avila.
I might just call him Augie because that's a tough name.
It's a Lithuanian national. Karasinski with another.
And his system was really athletic, and Coach Davenport's really high on, but just the little things that you just got to do on a defensive standpoint.
Watkins transferred in from Pasadena City College. Inside, Karasinski with an and one of his own.
Such a good passing team, and offensively, you're a good team if you can pass and cut, and you see that from VMI. VMI has just ramped it up, whether they're trapping certain passes, and again, it's unpredictable, and that's something they're doing with just switching defenses in each possession.
Ball movement finally. Kurt Hof going to be heavily leaned on the offensive glass this year. Only 4 forwards on this roster. Ducking underneath. Karasinski's on the board.
VMI for the 3.
Bradley and Branson are jawing at each other right now as ball comes back up the floor.
Saw Bradley trying to extend his hand there. No can do. There's the paint touch.
Karasinski's turnaround floater for Johnson. Another triple. The 7th three-point make of the afternoon for VMI. Leads back into double figures.
That's a contested shot. And you asked me earlier if that's a good shot. I don't know if that was a good one, but making under pressure, and he's got some length. It's the kind of shots you want them to take.
Smith, overhead for Johnson, touching off, and the answer from Karasinski.
Zone. Hit the short corner, hit the high post. You'll find either a three-point shooter or a cutter. Good pressure release by Karasinski.
Scott Davenport readying to get Dylan Branson back into the game. On 4 fouls. For now, he waits in the wings. Karasinski off for McKinney. Rounding the paint. Hacker pushes out for Smith. Cross court, Karasinski open. Hits the three.
Still plenty of time on the clock.
Branson out for Smith. Branson driving, lays off. Karasinski.
Russell to Clark for 3. And the rebound to Billy Smith. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the opening half, and VCU on a Joe Bamisil dunk has a 2-0 lead. Karasinski guarded by Clark. The jump hook finds 2. Bamisil, a little bit long, and the rebound picked up by Dylan Branson, the transfer from Southeast Missouri State. Karasinski inside, feels the double, uses the left hand, and set us a turnover. And down court is Jennings. No, Clark's tip, no, and the rebound to Branson.
The fans are getting a little restless now.
Karasinski swishes home the trip. So look out!
Hey, 2 in a row.
Up high and down hard was Joe Bamisil.
Great job by VCU sharing the ball. Bamisil is really just taking advantage of the team's unselfishness.
18 assists for VCU on 25 made field goals. Shooting almost 60% from the field and lead by 19. Here's Branson. Nice look to Karasinski and drills the 3 that ends